In a major surprise, Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin announced Monday he would not seek a fourth term in office. Why, hi there. I'm Ron Juckett, and Uncle Ron has some historical thoughts on Shumlin, next year's election, and his legacy. In essence, the governor bailed on his state Monday. With Vermont electing governors every 2 years, Shumlin's decision throws open the race for the office a full year and a half before voters decide his replacement. An unheard of length of time. Vermont, one of the most progressive states in the country, did not give the three-term governor an outright majority last fall. With a plurality of 46.4%, the legislature formally elected him as chief executive. Smarting from nearly losing to someone who never held statewide office before, Shumlin appeared humbled from the affair. He, to the loud protests of the progressive wing of the state, ended Vermont's attempt for a single-payer health care system and negotiated some heavy budget cuts to stem a shortfall in revenue. If he came across as someone tired of the office, one could understand. To play the retirement card 6 months into his term, however, comes across as short-sighted. Vermonters pride themselves as a state that values the politician over the political party. Whatever suspicions most voters had about Shumlin's abilities have now had them confirmed. There is no heir apparent, and the heavily Democratic-controlled legislature is now forced to deal with any number of names seeking the nomination, along with the governor that doesn't want to be there. Sure, clearing the stage for an earnest debate of hopefuls is common courtesy, but not this far out. The ink has barely dried on this year's budget. Laws passed to take effect July 1st are still unenforceable. There has to be more than a few heads being scratched wondering why they put Shumlin back in if he was so close to leaving. Will the Democrats and progressives work together in next year's session as they start to highlight differences between their parties and personalities? Does Shumlin have any political capital left to push anything substantial through? What people will remember now will be a governor embattled by mistakes of his own making, from trying to bully a neighbor over a piece of land to causing a near panic over a Vermonter who may or may not have been exposed to the deadly Ebola virus. Shumlin did receive a stern warning from the voters last fall. Instead of regaining their trust, his decision to pack it in now puts the state on an uncharted trail of an obscenely long primary fight, giving the survivor very little time to run against Lieutenant Governor Phil Scott. The broadly popular Republican from Middlesex can have the GOP nomination if he wants it, and will be able to establish his agenda with the voters. Of all the things Shumlin's colleagues have against him, trying to keep the governor's office in Democratic hands now may be on the top of the grievance list. Well, that's Uncle Ron's view anyway.